of the world. Look what we've done.
I'm very honored to be speaking to Dr. Pinchas Alford, who's the head of the Porter School Environmental Studies at Tel Aviv University. Hello, Dr. Alford, Professor Alford.
Thank you.
We hear the term global warming dangers. What does it mean to a person like me, to a regular man in the street?
It depends where you live. Now, in every place, in every region, it's going to have different consequences and different impacts. There are locations in the world which are going to suffer a lot, like some islands in the Pacific Ocean, which are going to simply disappear with the rise of the ocean, the rise of the level of the water. There are other places like Israel and the Middle East who is going to suffer from less rainfall and more heavy rainfall. It goes together. Extreme weather is going to be more typical.
Israel is such a small country, and we have so many, so few people. Can we do anything to change what the world seems not to be able to do?
The United Nations asked from several of the religions to formulate a standpoint, and a Jewish Climate Initiative is a group of rabbis, of scientists, who are going to formulate the Jewish viewpoint or the Jewish standpoint on this issue.
But is a single Jewish standpoint on this issue?
No, there are. If you ask different rabbis, you will get different answers. But there are things that can be agreed by all rabbis.
For example, if you could give me
For example, take the Shabbat. We had a meeting with the Minister of Environment, Gilad Erdan. One of his maybe humoristic proposals was that we all start keep Shabbat. Because when you keep Shabbat, one day of rest, you don't drive and you don't consume of nature so much. Okay, we eat meat, but this is not necessary. By the way, reducing the meat consumption is one of the steps to be taken to reduce the carbon pollution of the world. We are now living in a system, in a culture, which is carbon very strongly based on injection of a lot of carbon into the atmosphere. Each of us is responsible in Israel today to about 10 tons per person on the average of carbon injection or equivalent carbon injection into the atmosphere. Indeed, when God created man, He took him and showed him all the trees in the Eden, and He told him, see how nice and beautiful what I did in this world. Keep attention not to spoil and destroy the world, because if you do, there is nobody that will correct it after you. This was written about 2,000 years ago, and it really reflects what's happening now. I really believe that not only me, but as a large consensus of scientists, that we are going to do terribly for this world if we continue in the accelerated use of carbon. It is very difficult to do it. It is a change of behavior. It is very difficult to decide that one day a week I will not travel, I will sit at home, learn with my kids, Go to the synagogue is also good. Not to consume so much meat. Bal tashchit, which is also a Jewish command.
Would you explain that?
Do not destroy a tree even during the war. In the Bible it's written even during the war. Unless it is absolutely necessary to save lives, of course. But the Torah tells us, לא תשחית את העצה לנדוח עליו גרזן, which means do not put an axe on a tree during the war, during the fight. There are many, many commands. There is a whole list prepared here by the Jewish Climate Initiative of many, many commands in the Bible. Look here at this list. I talked about Shabbat. I didn't talk about kashrut, about blessings, keeping kosher. Shemitah, the idea of Shemitah, which was written 4,000 years ago. Shemitah means 6 years you work your land, and in the 7th year you should not work your land. How could you do it? We are talking about an agricultural society. How could you do it? And the Torah discusses how you should do it. I will give you the blessing. And now we know that if you consume the nature up to its end, you get less. You get less. Pollution. The Gemara in the Talmud, there's a lot of discussion about pollution. How to minimize the pollution. Tu Bishvat. Yovel. Once 49, you have like Shemitah every 7th year. And then once in the 50, after 7 times 7, you have another like big Shemitah.
Where you don't plant?
When you don't plant and you don't. So
all this was discussed. All this was written and discussed and known about thousands and thousands of years ago. And what you're saying is the world, we just ignored it and we let happen what happened.
Yes, we try to consume nature to the maximum, and these ideas tell us that you should be careful about what you take from nature and take only what you need, the minimum. To be humble with nature. This is the basic of all of the Jewish religion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What have we done to the world? Look what we've done.